Yeah, I think he's the type of player that we need. He showed last year his ability, and I'm glad they were able to get that over the line. It seemed like it was a tough negotiation, but I think it's important that you keep players and reward players for the performances that helped the club get to where they are today. Last season was a great season, and he was a big part of it. His engine defensively, as well as his ability to, make plays, score goals, assists, and he was a great addition last year, and I have no doubts that he'll continue to do well for the club.
Ale, over here.
Yes.
Miami 305.
Hi, Michelle.
Can you just talk about being a Miami guy and what it means to the league and to you to have finally again have a team in Miami?
Yeah, it's been a while since the Fusion days, but all eyes are on them, right? I think not just here domestically, but internationally, globally, everybody's excited about what's the project that they're building down there with Beckham and the people that are back in the franchise. So, I was just down there in Fort Lauderdale, actually, and, I'd drive by every now and then the stadium, and you'd see the progress being made. And it's cool, it was a little bit nostalgic because, that area used to be Lockhart Stadium. I've played many games there, and to see it torn down, and it's going to be something even more beautiful now. But I'm just very excited for that area, being down there this past off season for like 2 months, just the energy and friends and family members down there just asking me about, what's going to happen. I couldn't answer everything. I don't even know what's going on and everything, but you would know more about the politics in Miami with all that. But there's just an excitement around there, that I haven't seen in a while. So I think it'll be great. And I think Miami will surprise. I think there's still a little skepticism about how the club will do, in terms of attendance and all that. But as we've seen in Atlanta, in Orlando, and these new franchises, that if you market it right and bring the culture together, and I think they're bringing South American players and that flair that represents Miami. It's going to be very interesting.
What are your memories of the Fusion?
My memories of the Fusion? I was young. I was very young. But I just remember going to some of the games out there, and they were, like I've said, I think I've said it this yesterday and today, kind of a team that would play with flair, a team that was fun to watch with a lot of South American players that kind of played like a tiki-taka style, and Ray Hudson was the coach, and he's a great personality now on there. But they had a lot of character and personality, and I remember just being they were being fun to watch, and they were probably one of the better teams, right? Yeah.
Alejandro, en la Liga MX se habla mucho de que ya hay muchos extranjeros y eso no permite a los mexicanos crecer como futbolistas. Y estamos viendo aquí en la Liga MLS que está pasando lo mismo. ¿Crees que afecta al jugador estadounidense eso?
Bueno, para mí significa que los jugadores estadounidenses tienen que ser mejor, ¿no? Siempre va a haber competición. Yo lo sé que en Europa también, y en Europa para nosotros tenemos que mostrar que tenemos la capacidad de jugar, de estar en el equipo. Y eso no es diferente acá. Aquí ya hemos visto una gran inversión en las academias, en los jugadores jóvenes, como hay en Filadelfia en este momento con la academia que tiene, y los jugadores que están jugando ahí han demostrado que tienen las cualidades. Y bueno, si traen jugadores del extranjero, yo creo que eso solo puede ayudar a la liga a crecer, la calidad de los partidos, de los juegos, traer jugadores que puedan hacer diferencia. Uno ve en México un jugador como Gignac que hizo una gran diferencia allá, no solamente futbolísticamente, pero también ayudar a crecer el juego allá, porque en Francia tener un jugador francés, europeo, haciendo gran diferencia, yo creo que les ayuda también a la liga.
Do you mind providing that sentiment, obviously not word for word, but providing that sentiment in English as well?
Yeah. Okay, yeah. So what he asked was in Mexican league, there's a lot of talk about foreign players maybe getting in the way of developing domestic-based players. So what I just said, I was like, that just means the domestic-based players have to be better, right? So there's always competition for everything. And here in the States, I think MLS and clubs have been investing now in their academies, and obviously there needs to be some patience. It takes time to develop and own these players, but as we've seen in Philadelphia, that it is possible to, with a good system, to develop young players, for them to come into the first team. And even if there's foreign international players into the team, you still got to compete for your spots and prove your worth. And that's no different than when I went to Europe. I'm going to a new country, a new league with their domestic-based players, and I'm the foreigner, the American guy, with that stereotype, I guess. And it just makes you want to work harder and prove yourself. So I don't see it as a bad thing. I brought up this example of Gignac in Mexican league. I think he's an example of what a great foreign. We've had many of those foreign international players who have made a big difference, not just for the league, for the growth of the league, for the betterment of the game, quality of play, but make guys, foreign players that have made a difference in their communities too, in these clubs. So I don't see an issue. I don't see it an issue here.
Talk about the young guys, and right now with the national team, the union have two young guys, Mackenzie and Harrison, who've kind of taken that step from being, academy young guys to being professionals, national team players, whatever. What is the next step for those two? Obviously, like you've made that jump from young guy to national team. What is the next step for those two, and how can they kind of reach that level?
Yeah, those are two great examples of our academy and the system working. But and they're great people too. They're always guys that are willing to learn, do the hard work, listen. But something I've stressed to them is just, the easy part is becoming a pro, so to speak, when you get out of the academy. The hard part is being consistent, having a long career, So how do you do that, So just making sure they practice good habits, training regimen and their diets, because I was there before. My diet when I was a young kid was crap, compared to what it is now with all the nutrition and sports science stuff. But just coming in, working hard and learning. Like I said, they're great listeners too. They're always coming to guys like myself, or even last year Harris, was rooming with Brendan Aronson. I used to room with Anthony Fontana, another young kid. And just being sponges. But it's one thing to just make it into the first team, but the thing about being a good professional, great professional is all about consistency, right? Can you maintain that level of play for a long period of time? Can you maintain that consistency game in and game out, week in and week out? So that's what I try to stress to them. Well,
El año pasado hubo ese momento donde mandaste un mensaje al Congreso durante un partido. Hubo reacciones buenas, malas, de todo tipo. Uno, ¿cómo tomaste tú esas reacciones? ¿Cómo te afectó de alguna manera? ¿Te motivó más? Y dos, ¿crees que más jugadores, más atletas profesionales deben de tomar ese tipo de oportunidad de esa plataforma de ser profesionales para mandar mensajes que ellos crean necesarios?
Sí, bueno, yo digo que por ahí 95% de las respuestas fueron todas muy buenas y positivas. Y claro, siempre hay gente que tiene malas intenciones y todo, pero todo fue muy positivo, ¿no? Yo creo que yo dije algo que todos nosotros aquí en esta pieza pensamos, ¿no? Yo siempre digo que antes que yo soy un profesional, yo soy un padre, yo soy un amigo de la comunidad, un esposo, y todas esas cosas me afectan a mí. Personalmente me afectó porque en lo que pasó en Parkland esa era una comunidad en la cual yo estaba muy conectada, y yo tuve un compañero del equipo de Philadelphia Union que perdió su mejor amigo en eso. Y ese fin de semana lo que había pasado me había afectado, ¿no? Uno ve la tele, uno escucha la radio, uno está en su teléfono y era todo lo que estaban hablando. Y yo solo dije un mensaje que yo creo que todos nosotros estábamos pensando, a ver si podemos parar de este tipo de violencia que en este país es algo que afecta a mucha gente. Pero yo no le... Entre el equipo nosotros hablamos de muchas cosas que pasan alrededor de nosotros, pero a veces no todo el mundo se sienten bien para hablar de estas cosas, pero yo siempre he sido así, ¿no? Así fue como yo crecí, que si tiene una opinión, si se siente emocionalmente en una manera, que lo debe expresar. Y gracias a Dios el fútbol me ha dado muchas experiencias muy buenas. He viajado al mundo, he visto muchas cosas, tengo mucha experiencia y me dan muchas perspectivas de todo lo que... Entonces yo creo que yo puedo hablar de las cosas que me afectan y de lo que yo pienso.
We have time for one more question right over here.
Yeah.
We'll make it two.
Okay.
Okay. Alejandro, me gustaría saber tu opinión acerca del jugador latino que cada vez se está posicionando mejor en la MLS, y también me gustaría conocer qué significa para ti la baja que generó en Filadelfia y uno Marco Fabián de la Mónica.
Sí, bueno, hablamos del jugador latino. Para mí me gustaría ver más nombres latinos en la selección. Yo creo que deben estar más representados en este país tan largo, tan grande. Es difícil pues de que llegue a este reto, ¿no? Pero yo hablaba antes que cuando yo estaba creciendo, jugando, en mi equipo había muchos latinos allá en Miami, pero a veces no era fácil porque cuesta mucha plata para estar en un equipo así que va a viajar a todos los torneos buenos, a todos los campeonatos que están los técnicos de la universidad, los técnicos de los clubes de MLS y todo eso. Entonces tenemos que cambiar este sistema un poquito más, invertir más para que las familias en estas ciudades, en estos alrededores que de pronto no tienen los recursos que el resto de estas, ¿cómo se dice? Las ciudades suburbanas, no sé si es una palabra, suburban, que tenemos que ayudarlos porque hay mucho talento por todos lados que no pueden porque no tienen los recursos, y eso tiene que cambiar. Y bueno, la bajada de Marco, sí, era mi mejor amigo en el equipo, pero así es el fútbol también es un negocio, y a veces cuando no pasan las cosas como deben ser, uno el club se mueve y él también quiere tratar otra cosa. Entonces, no sé, está viajando por todo el mundo, disfrutando ahora. Me imagino que va a encontrar un equipo y muy buena persona, y lo va a extrañar, pero yo sé que él tiene un gran futuro todavía.
Very quickly right here.
Ale, you spoke yesterday about the atmosphere in the playoffs, specifically going into halftime in Philly. What are your overall thoughts on the system change of the playoffs? Do you like it? Do you not like it?
I actually do like it because I've said before how sometimes because of the playoff format and how it was before, that maybe when I first got here, at least, and witnessing from abroad, different how the system is overseas, that maybe not everybody was being as competitive during the regular season because they would just try to make it in, or take it easy in the regular season and not take every game so seriously. Because I would notice that after a loss it wouldn't mean that much, whereas abroad, like you lose 2-3 games, and I remember being concentrated in a hotel for a week straight, like because there was the pressure that we were feeling. So this format means a lot more. The regular season means more now, because that home field advantage is key, is clutch. And it paid dividends for us when we got that home game, that the fans were able to get behind us. Philly fans, that real attitude. I was hearing all kinds of crap that I can't even say here. But, it kind of pushed you. I used that energy and I fed off of that. And it was a great environment, great atmosphere. And, I'm for that new playoff format.
Thank you so much for your time. We really appreciate it.
Yeah, thank you.